SkullsandBones.com. I'm Metal Mark, here with Eric from Testament, back in Georgia. Finally, first and foremost, I must say thank you on behalf of Atlanta fans. They're all stoked for y'all to be back. How's this US tour been for you guys so far?
The tour's going great. You know, there's a lot of places we haven't played in a long time. It's weird, like how when we get there, we're like, God, I can't believe we haven't been here for that long.
Yeah.
Because we've been playing shows every year. You know, we go to Europe, or we're going to Japan, or we're going here or there. So we've been staying really busy. I don't know why the States or the East Coast.
Yeah.
You know, we usually do New York, Montreal, you know, LA, Chicago. You know, we don't really go everywhere, so it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah. Now last year, Formation of Damnation came out, and I gotta ask, it won every award pretty much in magazines. It's the best metal album of the year. After, you know, 9 years without a studio album, were you surprised at how well people grasped onto the CD?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was a good record,
Yeah.
and I knew it was like, you know, for us, like, it was probably one of our top records. The Gathering is my favorite, but this one to me is up to par with it. But I mean, there's so many bands out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like going, okay, for me to think that this is going to be better than, there's going to be somebody more clever than me out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, more hip and got better connections. You know, manager's best friend was that, you know, with the president of this, or which has been the case for us for a lot of times. But no, it worked out. You know, I mean, the fans chose, especially in England. You know, a lot of those bands that we were up against, like Avenged Sevenfold and In Flames, all those bands, probably management stuff, are more tied in with the magazine than we are.
Yeah.
Or just that whole vibe. They do the club circuits, and they actually probably sell more records and draw more people. But, you know, I think, you know, because they're touring their asses off. We haven't really been touring around a lot. But, yeah, especially for England, too, because which was the album of the year. It's called the Metal Hammer Gods. Something like that, yeah. We usually just play London, you know, and so we finally did a real UK tour, and we're going back there. We're going to start trying to pay attention to what we're doing, you know, like that. But it was killer.
Yeah, very cool. Now, after, of course, when you put out a great album like that, everybody's already waiting for the next album. Have y'all been thought about or started writing down some riffs for the next album?
Yeah, definitely. This next one will be, we're going to start working on it in October, probably like end of September, October, November, and probably start recording like in January, and have it out we're shooting for like June.
Very cool. So, very cool. Now, when people found out I was interviewing you guys, they wanted to know, how would you compare today's metal scene to that of the 80s thrash era and everything like that?
Well, there's a lot more bands, there's more genres, you know, just like Sweden, for instance. To me, that was like the next, after the whole grunge thing kind of started passing. You know, it wasn't the Bay Area that fired up again. Sweden, like Gothenburg, kind of shot up, and then there was like, they had In Flames, Soilwork, Arch Enemy, At the Gates, The Haunted, all these bands. They reminded me of the Bay Area, because we had Possess, Heathen, Testament, Exodus, Forbidden, Violence. There's all these bands that just were everywhere. Yeah, I think metal's, back then it was killer because it was, you know, it was like born, and there was a blueprint of a certain style, just like new wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah.
But now there's all these influences, and metal's just gotten a lot better. You know, it's a great music to listen to because it's melodic, it's heavy, it's got a, you know, it's like watching a killer epic movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a lot of, you know, good stuff. A lot of people that aren't metalheads, it's not like a cliche, you know, especially thrash metal. It's not like, you know, it's not like putting on a Poison record or something, you know, or Hairspray. It's like thinking man's music, kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's like an aggressive classical music.
That is good.
It's killer. It's killer, man.
Now, who are some of the new bands that you really dig?
You know, I'm still listening. I'm kind of rediscovering my roots again. You know, I've been listening to a lot of course, touring with Judas Priest, listening to a lot of their older records, like Staying Classed and Hellbent or Killing Machine, which is, in the States they call it Hellbent for Leather. I've been tripping on Frank Marino's Mahogany Rush Live, just listening to that guitar solo in there, like, just bluesy but fast, and just trying to figure out what kind of effects he's using.
Yeah.
Just tripping on stuff like that. But then, like, the newer bands, I'm still listening to, You know, like Don't Break the Oath by Merciful Fate, and Throne Darkness Triumphant by Demue.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Hell yeah. Now of all playing
And then
live,
My Chemical Romance. I know that's not metal, but
all the hits that you guys play live, do you have a personal favorite song to play live? I mean, there's such a huge catalog.
yeah, actually, The Formation of Damnation.
Yeah.
I feel there's certain songs where I'm on stage and I just play them and I can't move my body. My body doesn't animate. I'm all about animation on tour,
Yeah.
on the stage. You know, like that's what makes me move a song that I can really get into. Then I give it my all and I kind of animate it in a weird way. Formation of Damnation is one of those songs where it's like a Ouija board. It just lets me go do whatever I need to do. And it's just got the ultimate heavy part in the middle, which is really cool. We usually do the Wall of Death every night.
Nice.
And it's pretty scary because some of these places we've played, I don't think they've ever heard of the Wall of Death. And when Chuck commands them to go, they just all, and I see people just get pummeled. I'm like, oh,
They have no idea.
Oh, no. You know.
Our bad.
And I go, what if, you know, something happens? So all I said was go.
So after this tour, what's next for you guys? I know you got some overseas dates.
Yeah, we're going to Europe. We're going to be over there for 5 weeks. No air conditioning, hot.
Yeah.
Well, there's air conditioning, but it's like, you know,
They have their own definition.
spit showers. See how I animate that?
Yeah, it's
It's all about
perfect.
animation. Yeah, then after that, we're going to be taking a little bit of break for like 3 weeks. And then we're doing South America and Japan. And that's it. Alex he's got some trio stuff. And I got some Dragon Lord shows I'm going to be doing. I like to do Dragon Lord when it gets cold.
Yeah.
When I can't do it in the summer. I did a couple festivals with them once and I was just like, nah. It's like Demue, when they go out, I go, and they're playing in the day, I'm all, this doesn't work.
Yeah, how do they do that?
You need to play at night.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah, after that, we just rebuilt our studio. We have our own recording studio called Driftwood Studios, and we just added another floor. So we're pretty excited to go home, and I am at least, just to get home and just riff it up. I just want the next record to be heavier than everything.
Very cool.
I've never said that before. Gary Holt usually says that, but
Yeah.
now I'm saying it. So Gary, better watch out.
Watch your ass. Alright, do you have any last words to the legion of Testament fans out there?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's the way the world is right now, and you know, life's hard, but Testament's harder.
Hell yes. Thank you very much, man.
All right.
I'm Metal Mark for SkullsandBones.com.